see other people who also shop at Costco and you go through their kitchen, you're like, I have that olive oil too.
Exactly. Exact same
It's
thing.
like you got the same thing. Fuck, what a deep, beautiful insight. I don't think it's ever been voiced that clear and well on this pod. Thank you, man.
Well, and then so like
said.
if you keep going with it, so you keep extending that thought, right? And so you're a brand that's growing cannabis, and you got the best product in the world. Okay, so that's the second challenge. So I quickly realized, again, like the brick and mortar isn't going to work. We have to go digital in order to find some cheap leverage.
Okay, yeah. So you went that route.
Yeah. So then basically I hired some agencies, which I can get into later. My thoughts on that: don't do it. Do it yourself. Figure it out yourself. Listen to podcasts. Go on YouTube. Figure it out, and just go. Yeah. And find someone that's like your friend or someone that you trust that will, not sort of invoice you, whose incentive isn't to invoice you more and make the project more complicated. Anyway,
exactly.
We'll leave that for another day. But
as a creative asset provider and a service provider in that capacity in marketing, I'm honest up front. I'm like, my goal here is for you to not need me.
Right.
Like, and that's why I do like flat, like I hate hourly because of that exactly. Like creative agencies, like milking people. I was mentored by the people who benefited by it.
Right, exactly.
So it's
but those people have a lot of heart.
Oh, they're great. And actually,
and
hey, let's clarify. Their clients were Android, Coca-Cola. They could afford it.
Yeah.
They weren't milking
the
another entrepreneur or another person in the mud. So that's why I really prefer rates too, because it's like, I'll give you 300% for this. You see it ahead of time. I see it ahead of time, and let's just rock. And you do what you can, and you hope that like they know what to do with it.
Yeah.
Like that's basically it. You want to give it, but yeah, they got that little
Yeah.
more cheese come down the tunnel. It's like, and then upsell the campaign or upsell the something. Right. There's always something more to do. I know.
So build this site, and then like they make it on hours, so they're not going to make it simple and go, it's only going to be 2,500. It's going to be 25,000. So
yeah.
Anyway,
and it will start with an idea there, and then before you know it, 2 months later, things have always evolved.
Exactly, totally. So we took it into the e-commerce sort of realm. Slowly and surely. We launched the website in last September, so we're only like 5 months in, but
sick.
Yeah. And what I realized right away, like within 30 days, is these brands like LPs and products, just any innovation or any new product that comes to market, it's impossible to get any bridge beyond the everyday cannabis consumer. You can't do it.
It's so great. Yeah.
So like,
totally.
so I would, we put some ads in, like BlogTO and NarCity paid $8,000 for 4 months of a 4-month campaign. I'm just going to, say numbers.
Please. It's what it is.
Whatever.
I talk about this shit all the time. I talk
People are really
going to
appreciate it.
They really appreciate that because that's
what
what
it takes. But we can also do any editing afterwards.
Yeah.
I prefer to
Yeah.
But no, it's like, it is what it is. It's the real world. I think that will open up people's eyes as well to like the investment, and after I hear all the what, I'm also gonna hit you with the why.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah,
sure.
but please continue. So
so you're paying $8,000, right? Like you're a new retailer, you're trying to figure it out. You're paying $8,000 or whatever. I mean, you can do it however much you want, but I was like, I'm going for the going for the moon
package,
here.
Yeah.
And so you're because you're cannabis, you're behind an age gate, then you're over here under sponsored content. In order to, you can't use any language that actually elucidates the essence of the brand. So when you're trying to sell a product and be like, hey, this is organic or single cultivar or whatever, you can't do it. And then also, just like I interviewed on my podcast, Amy Weinstein from Other People's Pot.
Yeah.
And she likens analogizes it to being a snake eating its tail. And it's so true. And so like the only people you're talking to are people that already know. So you're going around in circles.
Yes, that is it.
Right?
Absolutely.